Hello, and thank you for attending your NACA conference and welcome to block booking orientation. Our first priority in block booking is education, but before we begin, we ask that you please silence and put down your cell phones. This is to help you and others around you pay close attention. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this educational training presentation about block booking. Collegiate entertainment is continuously changing all around us, similar to our society and cultures, from comedy to variety, concerts to lecturers, and everything in between. Artists are looking to you to book them on your campuses. By being selected to be part of this process, you have been given an opportunity to be a part of that great change for your school. During this orientation, we will be giving you the tools to empower you on behalf of your campus to be a part of this great change and begin a progressive shift in the culture of your campus's entertainment. You definitely do not want to be left out. What is block booking? Block booking is when 3 or more schools geographically close to one another work together to find days and times when a particular artist can perform. Geographically close will be determined by the associate, so please make sure you talk with them in their booth. What is a block? Assuming the schools listed below existed and they were within 4 hours of driving time of one another, this would be considered a block. 3 schools in 5 days. Assuming that the schools listed below existed and they were within 4 hours or less of commuting time, this would be a 5 of 7 block. Once a block forms, it becomes alive and cannot be broken.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Terms you need to know. Associate members are the agents and artists who pay money, just like you, to be here to talk with you about bringing great programming to your campuses. Go ahead. Talk to them. It's okay. I promise they won't bite. Visually, this is how it would look. In some cases, it could also be this. Camp, or Campus Activities Marketplace, is the exhibit hall where associate members pay money to be so they can talk with you about bringing their great programs and services to your campus. Block Booking Center is the headquarters for all of block booking. This will be where the regional and national block booking teams will be to answer all of your questions. Visually speaking, if camp was depicted as this universe, then metaphorically, the Block Booking Center would be located here. Block booking reports are created after each camp and block booking meeting, showing all of the business that has been done to that point in the conference. They will be displayed on the bulletin boards outside of camp and the block booking room. Just as a disclaimer, due to the high volume of business being conducted in your region, please be patient with the block booking staff as they tirelessly prepare the reports. Caucus is the first 15 minutes of every meeting where schools can network and start planning their blocks with one another. This is not a time to discuss social plans, turn-ons, turn-offs, or get to know your neighbor. You are here to discuss business, so please stay on task. What is the role of the block booker? Each delegation selects one person, which can be a student or a staff member. This is the only person from your delegation who can sign a block booking form. Remember, it's not a contract, so you don't have to be considered a contractual signer from your institution. Double-check forms before turning them in, or understand your business may not be shown. A perk is wearing the purple name badge holder, letting associates know who from your school can fill out forms.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Block booking overview. You and your delegation watch a showcasing performer and/or interact with an exhibitor in camp. The delegation meets to discuss the showcase. You fill out a block booking form with an associate in camp. You work within your table group to form a block and save your institution money. This is an example of a block booking form. Between you and the associate, here is what each of you is responsible for filling out. Associate members, please remember to fill out the attraction, Act ID number, agency name and contact information, as well as sign the form. Block bookers, please remember to include your school name, please do not abbreviate, school ID, given at the end of this video, school contact information, and don't forget to have the authorized block booker sign the form. Then together, associate members and block bookers will fill out the interest level, being a strong interest, single date, contract if block is formed, or a contract requested on site. Be sure to include the time of day, whether it's a morning or an afternoon show, as well as the date and correct year. Disclaimer: if you choose to put a label or a stamp in the contact information portions, please be sure it transfers to all 3 copies. Once the form has been double, triple, and quadruple checked, the associate member will deliver it to the block booking center prior to leaving camp at the end of the marketplace. This is what happens to the block booking center when forms are not filled out correctly. So please double check before leaving the associate's booth. SI, or strong interest, can be a series of dates. Please try your best not to SI for more than a month's time, as this will enable the associate to help you find the best quality programming for your specific needs. The goal is to express strong interest in a specific time period. SD, or single date. The interest expressed is one particular date versus a range. This level of interest can be upgraded to any other level. CB, or contract if block is formed, indicates that the school is willing to request a contract from the associate upon returning to their institution within 45 days of the conference or convention. This level of interest is valid only if the school is part of a block which, as we discussed earlier, is 3 schools in 5 days or 5 schools in 7 days. This level of interest cannot be downgraded once a block has been formed. Otherwise, you could be leaving schools high and dry without giving them the appropriate savings that they had anticipated. A school can upgrade to CB from another level. CR, or contract requested on site, is the most aggressive form of block booking and is reserved for those who know what date they want and are willing to do whatever they need to in order to get it. Contracts will not be given on site. They will be sent once school delegates have returned to campus, but within 45 days following the conference. Schools will be able to upgrade to whichever level they choose, but are asked to not downgrade, as that will have an effect on the school's dates. Block booking forms should be completed in camp or the block booking meetings. To expedite the meetings, please ensure that you do your best to complete all your forms in camp.
Let's get it started in here.
Don't forget to mark down in your program when and where all of the block booking meetings will be held. In most cases, it will be the same room you are currently in watching this video. The time, date, and location are also located on the back of your name badge. Schools will sit in the block booking meeting room according to geographic location by state. Locate your state sign and sit at the appropriate table. 15 minutes before the meeting begins, block booking delegates are encouraged to caucus with the schools around them about the artists they are wanting to bring to their campus. This conversation will aid in helping to build blocks once the meeting starts. These meetings start on time, so please plan your night accordingly. Remember, caucus about the conference or convention showcases, not nightly activities. Make sure to consult the current block booking activity board located somewhere inside the block booking room or right outside the door during this time. As the caucus time begins to wind down, your block booking coordinator will begin to give you further instructions. Block booking coordinator will call an artist alpha order by agency, then by artist. During the final meeting, they will call the artists in showcasing order. For example,
Agency for the Performing Arts, Michael Blostein.
this meeting will be conducted in an auction-style format. They will only wait about 3 to 5 seconds after calling a name, so be sure to be on top of your game and paying attention. Remember, the pink paddle indicates single date, contract if block is formed, or the contract requested on site. The white side of the paddle is for strong interest only. Remember, don't strong interest more than a month. If you have an interest in an act, please raise your paddles high. Or, we may not see it if it's too low. Remember, there needs to be 3 paddles up before any business is discussed.
Tim Halperin. Augustana, Lynchburg. There we go, we got 3. Starting with the University of Mary Washington. CB, April 17th.
That could be you. 45 days. That is how many days you have until after this event concludes before the special pricing expires. So, be sure to act quickly. Are you still afraid that you may contractually commit your school to something you shouldn't? Well, don't be. Remember, these are not contracts. Think of it like this. When you get back to your campus and call the agent to send you a contract, how is that different than discussing it with them here in this room when you have that face-to-face interaction? That is for you to decide. Please hold for this video montage to show how block booking can save your institution lots and lots of money.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes, or cutaway coat, perfect fits. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying mighty hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst.
This concludes the NACA Block Booking Orientation. Thank you for your patience, and we hope you enjoy your time here with NACA. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask any one of the great block booking team members located at the front of the room. Please stand by for further instructions.
Good night, everybody. It's been a wonderful audience. I'll be here all week. Be sure to tip your waitress.